What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. Now seeing Bill Maher absolutely destroying Kamala Harris's entire campaign, and this newest clip that's breaking the internet, guys. I'm excited to see the clip, so we're gonna get straight into it, and I'll save all my thoughts for the back end, guys. Definitely make sure you guys stick around to the end as I get my thoughts on the back end, and also make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button. Let's get into it, y'all.
Sitting president, and what I could see is replacing the vice president, because she's just not very popular anywhere, and it didn't seem to work out. And I don't know, that's been done before on a ticket. I just think she's a bad politician.
As we all know, elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time. And
I am here, standing here on the northern flank, on the eastern flank, talking about what we have in terms of the eastern flank and our NATO allies. It is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
we've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't know.
We must together.
She's certainly right. That never gets old. She hasn't gone to the border. She hasn't been, now I think she's been to the border once or twice. She's been to Europe a couple of times. I don't know that she can find Ukraine on a map, but evidently it exists next to a bigger country called Russia. That never gets old. Hey, welcome back. We have a great show tonight. Bill Maher actually went in on Kamala Harris. You've got to see this. It is quite humorous. The sad part is it's all true, and it's pretty eye-opening, but you've got to see Bill Maher just roast Kamala Harris. So without further ado, let's go.
I just want to be your guide here and tell you what the choices are. Kamala Harris, vice president, will get all of Biden's campaign money, and on the Democrats' best issue, abortion, she's a walking reminder to women that Republicans are coming for the abortion pill. She won't just protect Plan B. She is Plan B. And as a former prosecutor, Kamala was putting criminals in jail back before liberals decided that was a bad thing. And now that CVS is locking the shaving cream behind plexiglass, Democrats are coming around to her again. Harris would be the first woman president, first black woman president, and first Asian president. But I don't vote for who will be the first. I vote for who will win. And for whatever reason, Harris has never been popular. You can count the number of delegates she won in the 2020 primaries on one hand, as long as that hand has no finger. In 3 years as vice president, she's been quieter than an electric car. And like an electric car, your MAGA uncle can't explain why she fills him with homicidal rage. She just does. Sometimes life isn't fair. It's not fair that she's not popular. She's intelligent and accomplished, and in fact was put in charge of the border. And look at how... Okay, bad example. Gavin Newsom is the...
All right. Bill Maher going in on Kamala Harris. Oh, the memes, the jokes will never get old because she says the dumbest things. We could have played that compilation at the beginning of the show for another 3 minutes. It just goes on and on. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Now, I think that some of her ridiculous stupid word salad sayings are going to somewhat dry up, because now she's going to have an army of speechwriters, and every outing that she does will be telepromptered. All she'll have to do is read from the teleprompter. It's all she'll have to do. The only time you're ever going to catch her being extemporaneous is maybe in a press conference. We'll see how those go. But some of the word salads are going to dry up, which is why we're never going to stop playing them. Just to remind people that she is not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. Regardless of how much Bill Maher wants to say she's smart, she just doesn't come off that way. But she is extremely unpopular. And I don't know if the Democrats are going to live to regret this. Installing Kamala Harris without a vote, without a primary, basically an oligarch decision based on the Democrat elites going to the delegates and saying, you're going to vote for Harris. And so now she's got enough delegates to carry the nomination. If there's no contest, if there's no open convention. Right now, the only wild card to that is Barack Obama, who has not endorsed Kamala Harris. Now, we did a video just a little while ago based on the polls that have come out. Now that the races have essentially set, now that it's Trump versus Kamala with the three other independents, Stein, RFK, and Cornel West. And in every single case, Trump is beating her. The national average, he's beating her by 3 points. And so I'm wondering if Obama is sitting back in the shadows thinking she's got 2 to 3 weeks to turn this thing around. If she doesn't turn these polls around, which right now are showing that she got a little bit of a bump over Biden a month ago, which was his low point. She's got a little bit of a bump, but right now it is not anywhere close to 2020 levels. Her polling with 18 to 35-year-olds, her polling with Black and Brown Americans, with Black Americans, her polling with Hispanic Americans, her polling with women is all abysmal compared to 2020 levels. If that polling is anywhere near accurate, you'll see Trump up 10 to 15 points from the 2020 election, which would be an absolute shoo-in. So I don't know what's going on. Kamala Harris is wildly unpopular. She is not bright. She is frankly wildly stupid when it comes to the ridiculous things that she says. And it's going to be interesting to see how she runs. Does she run as a centrist? Because she's an extreme leftist. And the problem is everybody knows that because she basically was VP as a leftist. If she tries to pivot to the center, the Republicans can't let her. They got to stop that. They got to bring her back to her issues, to what she has said, to her complete border failure, 10 million plus illegal migrants in the country, fentanyl killing 100,000 Americans a year, the and murders of women across the country at the hands of illegal migrants. That's what it's got to be brought back to. It's got to be brought back to, if she wants to run on the economy, it's got to be brought back to Trump's economy, which was far better than anything they've had in the last 4 years. Inflation was 1/3. Food was 40% less. Gas, 30% less. Mortgages, $800 a month less on average. So they've got to stick to the issues. I would also absolutely use the DEI hire mantra, because you just have to go back and play Biden's own words where he says he will only select a female. And I believe in another speech, he said he would only select a Black female. Go pull those videos up and play them over and over again as proof text that he limited the pool and selected simply from those demographics. We have to get away as a country from demographics and go to the most qualified people. I hope you enjoyed Bill Maher actually speaking a little bit of truth. Every now and then he does that. Lately, he's been moving a little more to the center, or I should say the Democrat Party has been moving way to the left, which makes him look like he's in the center. He's still a big leftist. He's a big anti-Trumper. I'm not a Bill Maher fan, but I will play him when he says some intelligent, funny things, like he said about Kamala Harris.
Yo, there we have it, guys. That was coming from Courageous Media, guys. Our friend Chris Highland. Definitely make sure you guys go show him some love. Go check him out over there for bringing us this brilliant work. You know, Kamala Harris absolutely getting destroyed. How about it, guys? Bill Maher laying it all out there. This will be what ends her campaign. We need more folks on the left. Bill Maher has shown himself that he is not, for Trump. He's not a Republican on the right whatsoever, but he's willing to admit what's going on and the reality of what our nation's politics are looking like, especially with Kamala Harris being the DNC's front runner. Bill Maher pointing out exactly that she's flawed. She's flawed in every one of her policies, guys. The way that she is extremely liberal, dangerously liberal. She could definitely cause some serious harm to this country. We've seen that through her border crisis. This was Kamala Harris who was appointed, put in charge of overseeing the border, letting in over 10 million illegal immigrants to come into our country, and do God knows what. We don't have any, track record of who these guys are, no name, no documentation. They're just in our country willy-nilly, essentially free to do any crime, whatever they want within our nation. We've seen the drug crisis at an all-time high, fentanyl crisis at an all-time high, and that is a result of the border being wide open. And then to make matters worse, Kamala Harris isn't worried about those 10 million that got into the country. She's worried about how she's going to make things right by granting them citizenship to the country. And that right there just grinds my gear. Kamala Harris is always working towards, these illegal migrants, the illegal aliens, to make sure they're living, the best life inside of America. But then we will have to go back and look at what we're doing for our people, our country, our soldiers, our veterans. They're being neglected, living on the streets, homeless, not able to get assistance from the government. And that is because, we're too busy worried about illegal aliens, illegal migrants coming into the country, making sure that they're having, the American dream. What about the people that are fighting for our freedom, guys? This is the land of the free because of the brave, and the brave always get neglected. It seems like they always get neglected, especially by those on the left with all these empty promises saying that they're going to do all this, do all that. And then the time comes, they're sitting in that office and they can't look back and remember a single promise they made to the American people. This subject definitely grinds my gears just because I've got so many family members that have, served service, that be in the military or, law enforcement. And it just, to see they're not able to get, the assistance or the help they need. And then Kamala Harris is making it so readily available for these people who have done, zero, nothing, zilch for the country. Zilch for our country, and she's still trying to make it so readily available for them to get assistance and the help they need. We're seeing them cut in line in front of the folks. People on the Democrat side always say they want their, government assistant programs and stuff. We're seeing that they're rushing, putting these illegal aliens in front of the line, government assistant benefits, welfare, any of that type of stuff. They're putting, them in front of the line to make sure they're taken care of. Like, how is that okay? And we're the taxpayers that have to, pay and suffer the blow behind all these illegal migrants being able to just waltz right in our country and have to live this American dream. There should be a correct process for that. Kamala Harris knows what she's doing. She's trying to turn our nation in the wrong direction, and we need to make sure we're standing up. All the folks who do have a voice, I've been trying to make sure to use my platform to get this out there, the truth about Kamala Harris, because I'm seeing time and time again too many folks, social media, a lot of my friends, family members who know nothing whatsoever about politics. They're posting Kamala Harris, they're posting quotes, or they're posting that she's done this or she's done that, but we've seen that's not true, guys. This is the media lies. They're placating, they're gaslighting, they're lying and cover up for Kamala Harris to make her seem like a better candidate, what she actually is. Every time I see a post from one of my friends, family members that are saying that, Kamala Harris is some great figure, it really just does something to me, because I know they haven't done their due diligence, any type of research or background knowledge about Kamala Harris, her policies, what she actually stands for. It's more so that people are trying to identify with the fact that she calls herself black. I mean, and come on, we have to get past that, guys. We didn't see what happened with Barack Obama, guys. You identify with someone because of their skin color and not their politics, and you're in for a world of trouble. We've seen that with Barack Obama, and they're doing it once again. I feel like it's not as monstrous as what we've seen with Barack Obama, though. There is a damper behind it because of Joe Biden. Joe Biden's condition was very apparent for some time, and the way Kamala Harris sat beside him, gaslighted, lied to the folks, along with KJP, the White House press secretary, it showed the folks on the left also that they can't trust her either. If she's willing to cover up that for her boss, what is she going to be willing to cover up for herself once she gets in office? Guys, definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Do you guys think Kamala Harris is even going to stand a chance? It's going to be a close race against her and Donald Trump. I don't know, guys. You guys got to definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button. Share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible. You guys share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. Doesn't cost you one thing. You guys hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next one. We go.